Good morning, afternoon, and evening, everybody. So we're waiting on Dusty Griff to join us for some La Milana 2. In the meantime, I thought we'd do a little recording of our CastleVania run on the YouTube channel, because we're at the very last level of the game. So let me go ahead and swing it over to full screen. Let me pop this on real quick. There we go. All good. Hey, Opno, anybody else who happens to be lurking at the moment. So, as I said, we're at the very last level. I don't know how difficult said level is going to be, but we'll see if we can get through it. I think I've got about 40 minutes before Dusty Griff is ready to go, so we're gonna go with that. Let me remind myself of the controls real quick. That'll do. So I don't know exactly what this level entails. I would have seen it at some point, but I don't know like how involved it is. Hopefully we can do the majority of this without taking too much damage. I think my mistake there was just stopping. I think if I just go, these things won't affect us too much. You've never made it to the last stage? I mean, I've never made it this far either. Also, if I look at chat, apparently I just run right off the cliff. Because I'm too busy answering what you're saying. But that's okay. I'm assuming it's gonna take a few tries. That first room seemed relatively easy to get through if you just keep walking. Despite the scariness of there being those, bat enemies. These guys spit a lot out. Alright, there we go, we got our whip back. Oh good, these guys. Wait, they go through the walls? BS! Get out of here with that. In what world is that okay? Man, the amount of just crap they spit out here is pretty crazy. Really? Well, I am playing terribly today. Wait, hold on. Where did that come from? That wasn't there before. This level's some BS so far. Okay, we got a turkey there. If I just run for it, what's the chance of me getting up here? I mean, there's a bit of RNG in where those guys spawn. Wait, is that it? Is that the whole level? No way. I mean, I got like no health. Is that really it? I mean, it's kind of BS for what's there, but... Is there a way to, like, get more hearts if I go back and forth? I don't know if the candles respawn. Okay, they do. Cool. It's a bummer there's no way to, like, trigger, turkeys to fall out of the candles. Okay, so it seems like the best solution is just to make a beeline for this. Maybe hit up that turkey just to top myself up along the way. Let's try to get to about 42 hearts, I think. You know what? That's probably good enough. Anyway. Alright, let's see what the timing is here. Okay, you can jump over those. Be nice if he didn't just teleport right onto me. Okay, can't duck those. So now that I vaguely know what we're doing here, let's just go. First time through, that didn't happen. Hold on. Does that how often does that happen? Because last time he just sort of sat there and let us walk through. Well, he lunged for us, but he didn't go much further. I just gotta get the timing down for, like, where you jump. It just seems like just full-on running here. Just hold left and make sure you're jumping at the right spot. And you're golden. I think I'm jumping too early at that second one. Okay, I gotta basically jump at, like, the last possible second. Still, for what looks like it'd be a scary first room, there's not a whole lot going on there. I don't really need to worry too much about the candles, because we can go back and forth to get hearts. These guys are just totally RNG, though, whether or not they go where you want them to go. So probably, HP-wise, it's just going to be a matter of what the RNG gives me. Because, I mean, the stuff flying at me from above, I can't really dodge. And sometimes stuff goes off screen, other times it doesn't. There's not a whole lot I can do about it. There is water here, which could be useful. The boomerang's probably mostly useful for the first form. I think the water is better for the second form. Although it might be better to just try to practice his first form. So I'm not sure how long the battle takes as far as, like, timer goes. I mean, we have a decent amount of time looking at it. Let's do one more changeover. If I can figure out how Dracula moves, as far as, like, avoiding him spawning on top of me, we might be okay as far as how little health we have. Granted, I would prefer to have a bit more health. You always spawn here. Seems like you don't have enough time to jump over and whip him, unless you're, like, super close. Although that kinda works. If I threw the boomerang and then just waited to catch him. Although we're gonna need a decent amount of hearts for that, so... And I would prefer to try to hold on to that holy water for the second form. Granted, it would obviously work better if I still had the ×3, but unless I manage to make it through the whole run with that attached, it's probably unlikely, because it doesn't look like there's really enough level to get the parts for it once you've lost it. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised I don't have a turkey or something here. Unless there's some secret way of getting items. I know in Super CastleVania there was. Maybe it is possible to get both the 2 and 3 in one fell swoop. But if it is, I have no idea how you would do it. Crap. Well, so much for that plan. Okay, getting reasonably close to him seems to give you enough space to whip, but it leaves you kind of wide open for him just spawning on top of you. Indeed we are, at least for the starting bit of stream. Now we're switching to La Milana 2. Also, hey Lumina and Frith. I went too far in, but that's okay. Actually, this kinda works. Took too much damage there, not happy with that. Why does sometimes he shoots up sometimes and he shoots down other times? Although it's good to know that continue pops me here. Like, it seems like his pattern is not too bad to figure out. I just gotta figure out what triggers him to shoot up versus down, which I assume is just where my jump is actively. But the thing is, like, you have to sort of be mid-jump to hit him, otherwise he fades out before you get a chance to strike him. The Harmony of Despair fight of this is funny on hard mode. That's the MMO one, right? I played it a while back. It's been a long time since I played it. I've done the fight a couple of times though. I know that usually it turns into people spamming Valman Way. Apparently there's a free server somewhere. If I remember, I'll look it up and message you with the information. But somebody has sort of brought it back. Damn it. Ah, come on. God damn it. The jump for this game is awful. But I'm pretty sure this is just a timing fight. The second form I'm not sure about, but this one just seems to be a timing fight. It's a bummer you have to do this, like, literally every time you fight him. I mean, there might be some kind of quick kill like there was for death. I assume there is for the second form. The first form, probably not. Just from the nature of you having to be mid-air to hit him. I mean, if I can figure out when to throw boomerang so it hits him every time, and I can just concentrate on dodging the fires, it might not be so bad. The only run I remember watching of the game, it was just doing basically what I'm doing, where they're just jumping over the fires and trying to hit him at the right time. Not pretty, but it works, once you get the timing down. What's funny is I figured the timing would be a little easier to get just from fighting him in the other games, but I guess because the jumping is so awkward, it feels a little bit different. Plus, usually, after jumping over his fires, you have a minute or two to hit him before he goes, like, his invisibility frames kick in. Whereas that is not the case here. Ah, damn it, I ducked instead of jumped. But I mean, one benefit you do have to this fight is he only does the one attack. He's not gonna start doing that one with the flaming balls of doom that he does in later games. Doesn't seem like you go fast enough to be able to run under him before he lands on you. But maybe if you go at like the exact moment he starts to jump. Still, the first form wasn't too bad. Most of the damage I took there was just my own mistake. So with a reasonably full health bar, that might not be so bad. I think the holy water probably is not going to work too well without having the 2 and 3 times things. Oh, probably. I feel like the timing would be a little awkward, though. And then you'd just be standing on the ground, unable to actually whip him. I guess unless you can make it land on his head, so it causes him to take damage. That'll do. Oh, come on. BS. Ugh. Like, it definitely feels like the key to that first form is just you gotta know the exact second to jump, to where you're jumping completely over the fireballs, but you still have a chance to whip him. Which is probably easier standing still than moving like I'm doing, but it's a little easier to dodge the fire that way. Or, not the fire, it's easier to dodge him teleporting on top of you that way if you're just always moving. It does give times 2 and times 3. I need to be throwing the boomerang more often, I think. I've been trying to hold on to hearts for the second form, but I don't think what I was trying to do is going to be as effective without the times 2 and times 3 multipliers. Because, I mean, if I'm throwing the boomerang with the right timing, theoretically, I can hit him every time. And then I can really just concentrate on just dodging the fireballs, although I'll have to figure out the exact time that I need to throw the thing. The first one's hardest to judge because it's like you have this bit of a delay beforehand. There we go. I think when he's far away, if I can do the boomerang, it's better. Oh, that worked out. Bad place to be. Oh, he spits fire too. He doesn't just stomp. Excellent. That seemed like that worked a little better. I'm not really sure what we're gonna do with the second fight, though. And the bummer with the strategy I'm using now is if I go back to try to get my multipliers back so I could do something with holy water in the second form, I'm gonna have to figure out a better way of doing the first form because I won't have the boomerang to work with. Although I guess I could, knowing that the other holy water is there, but I could just as easily accidentally turn it off. It was nice visiting the first Castlevania since I never fully beat it. But with that said, I think after we actually finish this, I'm unlikely to replay the first one. It's very janky feeling compared to some of the newer ones, which isn't too surprising, mine, but I think at this point in gaming, it's one of those nice to visit, but you'd rather play the older, better ones at this point. Now, I don't know how Castlevania 3 is compared to this one, because I never really ran through that one either. I was more of the Metroidvania side of things fan. Although I did beat Castlevania 2, although again, that one's more of a Metroidvania than anything else, I'd say. The slowness of the movement is awkward as hell sometimes. Like, just, he moves so much quicker than Simon does. Like, it's very hard to just dodge out of the way of stuff. It seems like it takes several hits to even knock off a single heart on his life bar. I think I might try to get here with the multiplier. That fireball was not the right place to have that. So far, so good here. Now, last time I accidentally walked right off the cliff here. I want to avoid that. I know the level itself is not very long at all. It's just a matter of getting to where we need to go. Okay, good place to be. Hearts is sort of like your ammo for the special items. You know what? I'm gonna try... Oh, that gets rid of it? I didn't know it was specific to the exact weapon. That's annoying. Oh well. Okay, so the initial plan I thought of is not gonna work. I have to keep on with the holy water. That's annoying. Basically, yeah. I think some stuff costs a little more than other stuff to use, but the basic premise is once you run out of hearts, you can't use the holy water or whatever sub-weapon you have currently equipped. No, that was totally fair game, thanks. There were so many ways I could get out of that corner. It's surprising how easy that room is, considering you're fighting what is equivalently a boss from earlier in the game. Multiple times. Alright, now you guys gonna RNG me to death again? Needless amounts of damage, but it is what it is. I just want to have one run where we have the multiplier. We'll see how that goes. Wait a minute, hold on. Every other time, he just sits there flapping, ignores me completely. This time, he made a goddamn beeline for me. RNG in these games is the worst. You just stay right where you are, sir. Alright. Now, we're gonna get past this room here and everything's gonna be great. And screw off with your bones, sir. Alright, we got a heal and we ended up with the exact amount of hearts we had already lost. Excellent. Even better, we took more damage. At least we ended up with a multiplier. I'll call it a vague win. Because now I need to build up my hearts, which means I cannot whip the one thing that would give me the boomerang. Yeah, if you can't tell what the multipliers do, basically, if I have a 2, I can throw out 2 holy waters at once. If I have a 3, I can throw out 3 at once. So the first time we fought the second form, where I had thrown out a holy water and it like stunned him, but it seemingly couldn't throw out a second one. It was because it was still actively animating on screen. So more or less, if I can get to the second form with ×3 holy water, theoretically I can stun lock the final boss. Now granted, getting to that point with the holy water is going to be a task. Pretty much my only hope is getting the timing for this down. Which is unlikely to happen, at least right now. It goes away after a while. And as soon as I pick up the boomerang, it gets rid of the multipliers immediately. So unfortunately you can't just leave it on the ground. If you leave it for too long, it'll go away. And to my knowledge, there's no way to get multipliers here. Once you're at this point, you're kind of locked in. At least I don't think there's anything like related to your score that gives you a free multiplier. It's plausible it can happen. It seems like the easiest strategy for getting past the first form is just throwing the boomerang and hoping it connects him, more or less. This Dracula seems a bit harder than some of the later ones. But I feel like that's mostly because you're fighting with the controls more so than he himself. If you had more smooth movement, he'd be fairly simple. Let him fully form. I have no clue how I dodged that one fireball. I shouldn't have. Like, look at this. I've hit him multiple times with that thing. I've yet to get a single bit of damage on him. Like, is it... Can you only hit him in the face? Har har yukai. Also, hey Ark, I meant to say the other day, since we were talking about the Hokkaido burger or whatever yesterday, I was looking at an article yesterday afternoon about like stuff they have at McDonald's in different countries that they don't have like in your country, and one of them was a Hokkaido burger. And it made me quite amused. It looked interesting. I don't think it'd be anything I'd want to get into, but it had an interesting look about it. Now, at the very least, even if we don't beat Dracula this time, we know it's relatively quick to get to his actual boss area. We know that continues put you right here, so I mean, you don't even have to worry about it. Yeah, that stuff's always kind of interesting, just the differences in what you would see versus other stuff. Like, I forget where it was. I want to say it was the Philippines. They have, like, just corn kernels in a cup. Like, McCorn or something like that. And it seems like something that would be pretty easy to just sell, but obviously they don't do it anywhere else. I'm not saying I'm gonna eat at the McDonald's, I'm just saying I was looking at an article about it. I imagine McDonald's would be very much at the end of my visit list. Jumped right into that one. This is deceptively difficult. Like, it probably doesn't look like it would be that hard. But the timing is so awkward. Mostly just because of how awkward the jumping feels. Hey, Taco. No, that's a bummer that was the only restaurant. Although, I mean, you could argue that going there once, just once, is neat in the sense of I had something here that you can't get anywhere else. But aside from that, the novelty is gone, you know what I mean? Like with KFC here, they don't have the buttermilk biscuits, which enrages me every time. But apparently buttermilk biscuits in general are not really a thing in Australia. So, I mean, it makes sense why they wouldn't be here. Instead, you get dinner rolls here, which, meh. It's the best I can say about them. Another thing that blows my mind is, like, instead of potato wedges here, you get just standard French fries with chicken salt. So the little differences are interesting in a way. Are you all the way over there right now? Is he manipulatable? Like, can you force him to go to the other end? No, it just seems to be random. Ah, crap. I was facing the wrong way. Oh, he jumps extra high sometimes. That's what it is. Seems like you might have to hit him in the face? I can't really tell, though. It's either you have to hit him in the face or it just takes so many hits to even knock down a single thing. Honestly, it could be either. The CBO? What is the CBO? I'm not sure how accurate that is, Ark, but I will take your word for it. Good old Facey McShooty. Looking at the time, we'll probably be swapping over to La Milana any minute. I'm basically just waiting for Dusty to pop into stream. Chicken, bacon, and onion. I mean, take off the onion and I'm down. Do they use like an actual just onion sliver, or do they use like onion rings? Oh, there he is. Okay, well, I guess we will wrap up CastleVania here. I mean, we got some info. I'll try to figure out, like, what the best way to go about approaching this fight is. I don't like the taste of onion. Well, the taste is okay. I guess I don't like the texture of an onion. The crunchiness just bothers me for some reason. I don't know why. But I've said before, like, when, until Burger King changed their onion rings, I used to like them because it was, like, the essence of onion more so than an actual onion, so it didn't have the texture, so I was down for that. But yeah, we'll say goodbye to the YouTube side of things and swap over to La Milana, so hopefully next week we can finish out this game. We got some information to go off of on how to fight this guy. I'll see if I can figure out anything more for a more solid plan, and then hopefully, just like Death, we can just go right into it. Till then, see you next week, those of you on YouTube.